I am here doing a private pick on this abandoned house. Wait till you see what we can pick up. Let's go on the hunt, alright? You see if I'm doing, give me a thumbs up if it's pretty good, or just comment below if you're like, I wouldn't pick that up. So this guy basically had a house that he had converted into all like a giant woodworking shop. So I'll go over the total haul, what I got upstairs, but I'll show you just some of the stuff he was constantly like working on. Just cool inlay work, like that's all made of paper. I mean, there's just such unique stuff down here. But as you can see, this entire basement at one point in time was a workshop. So I'm gonna keep digging to see what we can find. Like that's too cool. Huh. So sorry there wasn't a ton of footage. This video is gonna have like an up and down story. Kind of like these deer. They're kind of on their side. But these are cool. That homeowner just did all this himself for him and his wife. And it's tough for me to even discuss. I didn't want to take any more footage in that home because once I heard the backstory, it was kind of crushing me. But I will also show you some of the awesome things that I did pick up out of there and some of the stuff that I'm going to be able to make some money on. But I need desperately your advice, so hang tight because I need your advice on what I should do to sell some of these items off, these one-of-a-kind items. So yeah, I was happy to help my buddy out. He buys houses, he flips them, he does that kind of stuff, and he calls me for opportunities to get some inventory in exchange for some labor. Sometimes I do the total house clean out. I didn't think I was going to be able to get enough out of here to make some good money. So I said, hey, I'll find some stuff if I can. So I got to go and rummage through the whole house. And then I spent pretty much an entire day and we filled a 30-foot dumpster because a lot of the stuff was not salvageable. But upon hearing that this gentleman in his 80s passed away alone, and I don't mean alone because yes, his wife had passed away before him, but nobody had called to check on this gentleman, and sadly he was deceased for a few months, and found out he had family, and that was just devastating to me. So my urgency is to say, if you've got family members, stay in contact if you can. I'm not judging the remainder of the family. I've had difficulty with my parents before, so I get it. But it's even causing me to build better relationships with those that I love, because I would feel that pain if anything happened, and because life can get busy and all those other things, that I know that they were sadly alone. Let me just also pause because of my rabbit trail brain. I had a great person I'll throw her Instagram handle up here. Her name's Sarah. She reached out to me and my wife and said, hey, I have these blow molds. Would you like them? I purchased them. I don't have space for them. She's a reseller, but I'm not going to want to ship these out. Blow molds. Little baby Jesus. We've got Mary there. And we've got Joseph right there. And they all have that like halo ring over top of them. It was that set, but also that big guy right there. Yeah, all those for $50. I said, no problem. So we met up and I picked those up. But anyway, back to the video. Let me show you some of the items that I worked out kind of a deal, because I didn't know a lot about this stuff. You saw, had a ton of tools. He had sold off some of those to some of his friends and people that were interested in a lot of those items. But I picked up these two. Nobody else wanted to take them. And I'll quickly show you what I picked up that if I make over a certain amount, I'm going to split the money with him. So the first thing tucked back in here, this AMT. Okay, I'll throw the comp up. I forgot the name. As you see, it's covered in sawdust. I did plug it in. It does work. But this crafted a lot of the other stuff I'm going to show you, the great artwork. I mean, he probably used this on quite a bit of equipment. I think realistically, if I sold it online, I think I could ship that. It would be about $80 plus shipping, but I'm going to also try locally on my local Facebook marketplace. But the item that blew my mind was this right here. If you can read that through all the shininess, the reproduction machine. It's a carving reproduction machine, and I have all the attachments, all the edging to how you want it to reproduce, and it is a manual carver that would read one copy here. So you would bolt that in. As you see, he had a wood template down, but it has the good size frame. A lot of these were used for like weapon butt stocks, any of the hardwood on there. You could put almost like a lathe, have a finished candlestick or leg post to a table, anything like that. And then this would copy it on that side and keep you balanced to carve. Up, down, left, right. It is an older one, but once again, plugged it in, flipped the switch, works great. And as for the deer, they're only on here this way because it needs 2 nails holding it on. I'm trying not to show the nameplate because that actually has the person's name. But this I pulled off the wall for a buddy of mine. He loves getting these things, and he said to have a buck and a doe on one mount. This is from the 60s. He wants that in his home. So I did pull that off for him, so he would definitely have something to enjoy. Now, a few of the items that I did pick up that were just kind of cool, that some I'll sell. Like, I've sold some of these in the past. These vintage road maps. I think they're from like the 50s and 60s. Lot those together, maybe get like 20 bucks. I just thought this box was just too cool. The classic cartoons. Look at that hand mixer right there. It's like listed online, maybe 15 bucks. I saw the tortilla holder, Tupperware. Had to grab that. Just some other odds and ends stuff that I was like, didn't look up a lot of comps or anything. Was just grabbing stuff that if we didn't do it here, we'll do it on our next yard sale. I've sold these before. It's 2 new packs of the magic cubes for the cameras. And then I got these because my oldest boy is really into drawing, comics, things like that. And it gives you ways to work on some artwork. And I love the style of these. Also got these AMT. It's a hand carving set, I believe. Probably kind of laying everywhere. They need a good cleanup, as you can see, but all of that just wipes right off. Brand new. I think this last time this set sold was like 70 bucks. Got an old Norelco shaver. And then this really cool plastic RC model. Yeah, there it is. He had taken this piece out, and you can see how much dust settled on everything. But the batteries were never placed in. They're still over there. And all of the other parts are here. He had hung this piece and never put anything else together. I think the last one that sold complete was a little over $100. So this was the stuff that he created. Hold on, Julian. I'll talk about you in just a second. Okay, thanks. But yes, now all of these items are one of a kind. I mean, yes, duplicate, but like the style are kind of one of one. I'm kind of showing you all of them because I don't know where to begin with listing these, what they could potentially go for. Hey, contact me, drop a comment, hit me up on Instagram. It's the same name if you would be interested in these. Now, this one I do know. I know this style. I don't think this one was handmade. I think this one was just purchased. But all of these other ones were crafted right there in that home. But yes, a good theme of ducks, a lot of Bible verses. I think we're going to try to keep that one ourselves, but so much incredible work that I just could not see to get thrown away. I mean, look at these. So if you could think of a price, or should I try to list them locally? Should I create something, maybe auction some off? I want these to have a good home, a good place to go. So please drop a comment below. Let me know, what would you do? Because it's pretty interesting artwork. It's all from really cool time periods. It's got really cool themes. So please let me know. Reach out. Like I said, if you're interested, hey, I'd love to be able to give you something and a good deal on them as well. But as I was saying earlier, great channel. Go check them out. Bearded Thrift Machine, Julian and Kayla. I love watching them. I kind of binge watch all their stuff. They find really cool stuff. Great resellers. Love their content. So be sure, subscribe, check them out. Stay tuned because we're going to keep bringing you incredible footage on how we find stuff, flip it, and have fun.